the outdoor unit. Once you've removed all your screws, simply pop the top off like so, pop the front off like so. You're going to need your own 2-core cable. It's going to need to be a shielded cable. You need to be aware of how much cable you need dependent on the length of how far you're running to your boiler. This we're going to wire into ports D+ and D-. You need to be conscious of which colour you're wiring into which port so that it corresponds the same end on the boiler end. We're then going to pop it through this gland here, and it will come out through the back through a nice little weatherproof gland, and it can continue onto the boiler. We're now going to look at connecting the Smartech controller. So first things first, we're going to need to take the front panel off our boiler. We just remove these plugs here and here. We've got 2 screws. We'll just drop the front flap like so. Next step, we're going to take out the bit here. You're going to need to remove this blanking plate in here like so. So we're now going to need to unpack our Smartech controller. So if we just get out of the box like so. We've got our receiver, it's going to go into the front of our boiler there. We've got our instruction manual, which I'll just lay out down here. And to give us a nice little wiring diagram here. We've got our power pack. Our mount for our controller. And then our Smartech interface itself. We've also got a wall bracket available. If you want to wall mount it, you've got a little spirit level in there as well to make that nice and easy. A little bag of screws as well for doing so. So, firstly we're going to need to get our 2-core that we sorted out earlier from our heat pump. We're going to need to get this into the boiler here like so. Just push that into place. We now need to look at the back of our receiver, and we need to get our wiring kit out like so. We're going to take our plug connection, we're going to slide that into X1 like so. Yeah. When you hear the click, that's what you want. Secondly, our open therm connection. So we're going to take our white cable first, and our white cable is going to go in the bottom port here. So if we just slide that in like so, I'll just tighten that one up if you can see. And then our yellow is going to go in the top, like so. You can see that's how that's connected there. We're now going to connect our heat pump to our receiver. So remembering our connections from earlier, we've got D+ and D-. So take our 2-core cable from our heat pump, and we're going to wire the live connection into D+. And our neutral into D-. We're ready to now mount the receiver into the boiler. So first things first, to get the receiver in place, we've got 2 screws. We've got one this side and one this side. So I'll just grab them screws. Next step is to just push this cable into this slot provided here and get our mounting block put up along the side of the receiver like so. And then these cables can just follow the same route. First step, we're going to put all 4 cables through our first wiring clamp like so. Just slide them through. For our second wiring clamp, we're only going to want our yellow and white cables through. Our yellow cable is going to go into 44 on our boiler here. So we'll just slide that in. Give that a tighten up. And our white is going to go into 41. So our live is going to come back over this way and go into port A. And our neutral into port B. And we can tighten up our wiring clamps to make sure our cables are nice and secure, they're not going to come out. Like so, job complete. So our next step is just to tidy up our wiring. So this cable is going to make sure that's nice and tucked in the little gap here. Make sure your wires are in and tucked in and tidy. And our grey case is going to come back over. It's going to clip in this side, like so, and you'll just hear it click back into place.